Hello, everybody. You're listening to KWUR 90.3 FM, Clayton, Missouri. My name is Spencer Cates, and today I'm here with Hataalii. He's a musician out of Navajo over in the Southwest. He's a student at University of New Mexico, and I'm very honored to be joined by him today for a little conversation. Do you go ahead and introduce yourself more?
Yeah, my name is Hataalii. I'm I'm 20 years old. I turned 20 like a couple days ago. And yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out here in Albuquerque, just living here and making music.
Nice. Gosh, you're younger than me. That's scary. Um, happy belated birthday. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you've been cranking out music for a couple years now. Um, just for some
Yeah.
background context, your first album, actually we're going to pull up your discography. First album, Banana Boy was 2019, so you were 17?
Yeah, I was around 16 or 17 now.
Wow.
17 sounds about right when it came out.
Yeah, so Banana Boy, then Painting Portraits a year later, and then last year you're self-titled, which is just fantastic. And then you just dropped your new single, President's Got Me All Night Long, um,
Yeah.
which I encourage everybody to go listen to because that's how I came across your music, and it's just such a cool sound you've got.
Hmm. Thank you.
Um, yeah, so uh, I guess you're at UNM. What's your major? What are you studying?
I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. I don't really know what I'm. It's kind of I got here doing film, but I switched my major into like studio arts.
Mm.
And I've just been telling everybody I'm doing sculpting, but I honestly don't know what I'm doing. Uh, but I do need to kind of get back on the ball with school and stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm probably going to go back into film.
Nice. So actually, I was gonna ask this later, but I was gonna ask you, do you engage in any art outside of music? You're talking about film. I guess would you like to talk a little bit more about what you do with film and other art forms outside of music?
Yeah, I do a lot of writing and some drawing and stuff. Um, I don't know, it's kind of like all over the place stuff. But I guess doing music is kind of just the main thing.
Mhm. Gosh, so, what got you into music? What was your inspiration?
Um, I don't know. I guess it's like I always remember like in being in like elementary school and riding the bus and stuff. And like imagining myself uh playing in front of people or like there's just like the the type of notoriety I guess that comes out of being a successful artist is something that uh always appealed to me ever since or as long as I can remember.
Mm, cool. Uh, yeah. So, it's you kind of said music's pretty much the forefront of your life. How do you kind of incorporate that into your daily life?
Um well it's a pretty like big part of my daily life. I try to center like everything like whenever I wake up um from the point I wake up it's like inching toward uh every move is kind of like making a move toward sitting down to make something. So
Mhm.
like I'll get up and like sometimes I don't want to make any music and so I just kind of like run away from that and I just end up doing other things randomly. But I think deep down I know like I have to like make something today. So it
Mhm.
kind of all like revolves around sitting where I'm at right now in my chair in front of everything and just kind of getting to work.
Mhm. Oh, definitely. Are you kind of someone that like every day you're kind of coming up with a new idea, or do you kind of start with an idea and build that until you kind of come to a more complete project before you move on?
I think it's a little bit of both. With music, it's kind of like piece by piece. Like you start with something and then it builds into something like this big, like crazy song or something. But if it's like writing or anything else, it's usually very straightforward. You just kind of do it, like write something.
Hmm.
I stole my mom's typewriter this past weekend, so I've been writing a lot with that.
Oh my God. I feel like a typewriter would just make me want to write all day, every day.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
Very cool. Um, so do you start with instrumentals and kind of chord progressions or melodies, or do you start with lyrics and yeah.
Typically it's always been like a chord progression, but nowadays I feel like for the past few months I start with like a weird like bass line or I
Mm,
make like a drum beat first. Some of the really weird ones will start with the lyrics, but that's probably like 10 to 20% of the stuff I do.
mhm. Do you happen to have a favorite chord progression? Something you kind of you either something you came up with you're really proud of, or just a progression you're a fan of when you hear it?
There's this like really weird it's in the self-titled album a lot. It's in most of those songs. I don't know what it's called, but it's like yeah, somebody could probably figure it out. It's just like
Mhm.
some if you really listen to it, you'll notice like I'm kind of using the same chords
Mm,
in throughout the whole thing. And so yeah, I've been using that mainly.
that's very cool.
But now
Because I will
right
say,
now
oh, sorry.
I'm trying to use like a major chords and like the real simple ones
Hmm.
because it's weird how like using those you have more freedom to like go anywhere with with the simple chords. But like I said in the self-titled album, there was like some kind of weird I have no idea what it's called, but
Hmm.
if you listen to it,
Hmm.
you'll notice what chord those are. Those things, what I use
Hmm.
with those.
Yeah. I will say for everyone that's listening to this in the future, no song sounds the same on that self-titled. So that's actually really impressive that it's kind of just a lot of similar ideas that are shared because it feels like not like a repeated idea.
Hmm, thank you.
So yeah. Um, so kind of what kind of who inspires your music? Do you have any artists that you're like, this is who I want to emulate, or this is kind of who I draw from? Because I can think of a few artists that your music reminds me of, but I doubt that those are the same artists that inspire your writing and your music.
Hmm. I think in terms of the sound, like the chorusy shit, like uh, I I used to listen to a lot of Mac DeMarco when I was like in early high school and like in middle school,
Mm-hmm.
and like some Conan Moccasin stuff, and that's where I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like I wanted to like make like I wanted my songs to sound like that, you know, when I
Mm-hmm.
first started making music. Uh, but toward the end of high school and like for the last year or two, it's been more of about like uh kind of trying to take it in a direction that I think nobody has taken it in,
Mm-hmm.
and the easiest way I can think to do that is through writing lyrics and yeah, just kind of like a weird song structure. And I've followed a lot of like uh Paul Westerberg uh has always been like I don't know, like a song in terms of songwriting pretty good. But lately I've been into like a lot of uh what have I been listening to? I've been listening to a lot of like 60s country music
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, mainly that. I can't really when people ask me that, like I always like space out. I don't know. I can't even like name the
Mm,
artists I've been listening to.
exactly.
It's always changing
I
though, so that's probably why.
yeah, that's why I love when kind of musicians just listen to everything and it's not like just trying to emulate one artist because it just, I mean, music just feels that much more original when you're drawing, just kind of almost unconsciously drawing from sources.
Hmm.
Which I think is cool. Uh, I was gonna say you kind of sounded like Mac DeMarco, but some people get kind of offended by that in the indie rock scene. Uh,
Yeah, no, that's kind of weird. How that just happened.
yeah,
Like who cares, dude? Like I don't know. Like I like
modern
Mac
decor.
DeMarco. It's cool,
Yeah.
but
Um,
I like, but I do like uh, I don't know. It's all like crazy stuff. Like
mm,
that's I think that's the kind of stuff that like um kind of like spoils the feeling, of making music is like starting to categorize stuff and all that.
yeah,
So I
definitely.
don't know. I guess I just don't really think about those things.
Hmm. Um, yeah, so kind of moving over, just something I'm personally interested in, especially with musicians kind of around my age. What kind of gear do you use? What guitar do you use or guitars?
Um, right now I'm using a Fender Jazzmaster.
Yes,
Um,
good answer.
yeah, and I'm not really using any. I use like a chorus pedal sometimes, but that's about
Mm,
it. Everything else is in my DAW,
yes.
like the digital,
Yeah.
all digital stuff.
Which DAW do you use?
I use this thing called Studio One.
I've never actually heard of that.
Yeah, a lot of people like have never heard of that. I Because it's like what I've always used, and when I tell people that, they're
Mm,
like, "Oh, like I don't know what that is," and I'm like, "Huh?" Because I thought like everybody used it, but my dad got it for me like on Christmas or something when I was like
oh my
16 or
goodness.
15 or something. So that's what I've been using ever since.
This actually looks for for everyone else, it looks like if you combined Logic, Pro Tools, and Ableton into one DAW. Just this is it's currently $50 on Sweetwater, so I may have to go check this out. But it looks very, very
Yeah,
cool.
I have the Studio One for art. I think it's called Artist version. That one
Hmm.
might be a little bit more expensive, I believe. But I've been using it for a long time now, so it's
Hmm.
just kind of does what it's supposed to, I guess. I've been making music, so I don't have
Hmm.
any problems with it. I think I tried to use Ableton or I think it was Ableton
Hmm.
um for like a month or two, but I just couldn't like switching over to another DAW seems so like it's kind of hard. So I just came back to Studio One.
It's an ambitious task, especially because every DAW does the same thing, but they all have their own very conceited way of going about it. So
Yeah.
there's no learning, or there's so much of a learning curve. Uh, Ableton is also just very scary for somebody that grew up using Logic and GarageBand.
Oh, GarageBand is something I always used to use too on one of my
Yes.
phones.
If you have an iPhone, GarageBand on your iPhone is just the best way to start making music.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Got all
With
like the
produce,
drum patterns and stuff.
what was that?
Oh, I was just saying GarageBand has like all the
Mm,
drum patterns and like the self-made
yeah.
ones, the automated ones.
Yes. And with producing, do you have any kind of like little techniques that you maybe just picked up on your own once or on from a YouTube video that you kind of incorporate into most songs, or just something like it's kind of almost like your special signature on a song?
I don't think so. I just kind of I'm trying to, I mean I probably do. I just can't think of
Mhm.
I'm trying to like imagine myself making a song and then like what do I do that's like kind of weird? Um, I don't know. I just slapped like a bunch of weird like electronic like amps and
Mm,
reverbs and stuff onto. I release a lot of songs like just on Instagram and YouTube and stuff, and so
mm,
like for people who have been following those, if you listen to all of them, you can kind of like hear my. There's a weird reverb I always put on my vocals. It's kind of like this. It's not really that like it doesn't change the vocals too much, but I don't know. I don't really. I don't know why I started doing that. I think it makes my voice a little bit more appealing to me.
mm.
So yeah, that's
So
about it
it's
though.
it's a very dreamy sound, which I think is really cool because you have very on some of your guitar. Oh, what was the song on? I think All We Need. It
Hmm
just has this very the guitar has this like really short slap delay kind of,
hmm
which just
hmm
paired with your kind of really spacey vocals is just it's a really cool layering.
hmm
Uh, yeah. So, I
Cool.
mean, you're in the college scene. Do you play a lot of basements? Do you play outdoor events, venues? Kind of what's your approach to live music?
Um, I haven't played well, I played one live show I think in October in Santa Fe,
Mhm.
but I haven't really played anywhere else. I'm going to my first concert tonight that I've been
All
to
right.
here in Albuquerque for like since I moved here. Uh, but no, I haven't played anywhere.
Mm.
I don't really know like what's going on out here in terms of like the
Yeah.
scene or something. Uh, my friends try and invite me to like these. Uh, I've had some friends invite me to like these metal shows and stuff, like heavy metal, but
Mm.
I'm not really like I don't know if I would like really enjoy that
Hmm.
because it's kind of like I feel like that would just be like too crazy, like too chaotic or something.
Those kind of shows with like the big mosh pits are always fun to go stand in the back and just people watch.
Yeah, and I mean I don't know, I've never been to one, so like I've probably only been to like I'd say less than five concerts in my entire life.
Really?
So I don't really know what's happening
Hmm.
with the live stuff.
Yeah. Who
But
are you seeing tonight?
it's a band called the Flossies. They're like a
Cool.
Navajo band.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
excited.
say just looked up KUNM FM 88.9 over at UNM is the student radio. And I just know, I mean, through KWUR, I found I was able to get connected to the live music scene. So I'd definitely
Hmm
hit them up. And then, of course, you're always welcome in St. Louis. It's a little bit of a drive, but we'll we'll get you a show.
Cool, man. I'd like to go out there.
It's there's not much to do here, but we've got good music, so it's worth it. Yeah. Um, wow. Do you kind of have any big projects on the horizon, or are you just kind of writing and going at the moment?
Yeah, I got some stuff brewing.
Oh,
I think it's gonna be pretty good stuff.
I'm excited.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. I mean,
Yeah. Are you? I should have done my research. Are you signed to a label?
yes, I am signed to
Oh,
Danger
wow.
Bird Records of out of LA.
Oh my gosh. He's a professional. Um,
Yeah, so that's
okay.
what the
So,
the last two
mm,
singles that came out, those are out of Danger Bird. And
oh
so
wow.
Yeah, we got some more stuff coming.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely not a good idea to talk about that then. You're under oath.
I mean, I think it would be
Uh,
cool. They're really awesome. So like,
mhm.
but yeah, I don't know. I should have asked somebody before deciding.
Uh, hmm. Awesome. I think that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for taking time to chat. Once
Cool,
again,
sounds good.
Hataalii is a musician out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Navajo, making some incredible tunes. He's been around for a while, and he's gonna stick around for a while. So make sure to listen to his newest single, "President's Got Me All Night Long." More coming in the future. Check out Dangerbird Records. Once again, this is KWUR 90.3 FM, Clayton, Missouri. Thank you.